Welcome to Lesson 15 of Life Fundamentals for Dummies, 16 Things School Doesn't Teach You. Emergency preparedness is a life skill often overlooked in formal education in several countries. In this crucial lesson, we dive deep into the art of being ready for unexpected, equipping you with essential knowledge and skills to handle emergencies, whether natural disasters, accidents, or unforeseen crises. Emergencies can happen when we least expect them, from natural disasters like storms and earthquakes to unexpected events like fires or accidents. Having a plan in place is like having a safety net to catch you when things get tough. In this guide, we'll talk about creating an emergency plan that will help you and your loved ones stay safe and prepare when the unexpected occurs. An emergency plan is a detailed strategy that prepares you for various situations. It includes information on how to respond to emergencies such as earthquakes, hurricanes, fires, floods, power outages, or even accidents at home. The primary goal of the plan is to ensure the safety and well-being of everyone in your household. So let's take a look at the actions during an emergency. First, stay informed. Keep a battery-powered or hand-crank radio to stay updated on emergency alerts and instructions from local authorities. Evacuation routes. Identify and memorize evacuation routes, whether it's for a wildfire, hurricane, or other disasters. Have a plan for transportation and meeting points. Emergency contacts. Create a list of emergency contacts, including family members, neighbors, or friends. Make sure everyone in your household has a copy. Emergency kit. Assemble an emergency kit with essentials like non-perishable food, water, first aid supplies, flashlights, batteries, and important documents. Don't forget medications or special items for infants, elderly family members, or pets. Communication plan. Decide on a central contact person who everyone in your family can check in with during an emergency. Choose an out-of-town contact as local lines may be congested. Actions after an emergency. Safety first. Ensure that it's safe to return home or re-enter the affected area before doing so. Follow the advice of local authorities. Assess damage. Once it's safe, assess the damage to your property. Document it with photographs for insurance claims. Contact loved ones. Let your central contact person know your status and whereabouts. Reunite with family members if separated during the emergency. Recovery plan. Begin the process of recovery by contacting your insurance company, seeking assistance from local disaster relief organizations, and making necessary repairs. Learn from the experience. After the emergency, reflect on what worked and what didn't in your plan. Update it as needed to be better prepared for the future. A storm, whether it's a thunderstorm, hurricane, or tornado, can bring strong winds, heavy rains, and even lightning. Being prepared for a storm can help you and your family stay safe. Here's a simple guide on how to prepare for and respond to storms. Actions during a storm. Stay informed. Keep an eye on the weather forecast. Listen to local news or use weather apps to know when a storm is coming. Shelter. Find a safe space indoors. Go to a room with no windows, like a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor. This protects you from strong winds and flying debris. Stay away from electronics. Avoid using electrical appliances like computers or corded phones during a storm. Lightning can damage them. Charge your devices. Make sure your cell phone is charged in case you need it for emergencies. Action after a storm. Safety check. Wait until the storm has completely passed before going outside. Look out for downed power lines and other hazards. Check for damage. Examine your home for any damage like broken windows or leaks. Take pictures for insurance purposes. Listen for updates. Keep listening to local news for updates on the situation and any evacuation or safety instructions. Help others. If it's safe, check on your neighbors and offer help to those in need. Recovery. Begin cleaning up and making necessary repairs. Contact your insurance company if you have any storm-related damage. Remember, storms can be frightening, but being prepared and staying safe is possible. Your actions during and after a storm can make a big difference in keeping you and your loved ones out of harm's way. Stay informed, have a plan, and be ready to act when a storm is on the horizon. Flood can happen for various reasons, like heavy rains, storms, or melting snow. Here is what you should do during and after a flood. During a flood, move valuable. If you live in a flood-prone area, move valuable belongings and important documents to higher ground or upper floors in your home. Avoid flood water. Stay away from flood water, as it can be dangerous and carry debris. Don't try to walk or drive through it. Turn off utilities. If you have time and it's safe to do so, turn off gas, electricity, and water to prevent accidents. Avoid drains. Don't stand near storm drains, as they can be powerful during a flood. Keep away from them. Evacuate. If local authorities ask you to evacuate, follow the instructions promptly. Go to a safe place they recommend, or if you have a planned evacuation route, stick to it. After a flood, wait for the all clear. Don't return home until local authorities say it's safe to do so. Check for damage. Inspect your home for any damage before entering. Look for structural issues, gas leaks, or electrical problems. Clean and disinfect. After the water recedes, clean and disinfect everything that got wet to prevent mold and other health hazards. Contact insurance. If you have flood insurance, contact your insurance company to begin the claims process. Document damage. Take photos of the damage for insurance claims and keep all related paperwork. Remember, floods can happen quickly, so being prepared and knowing what to do can save lives and reduce the damage to your property. Stay informed and always prioritize safety when dealing with floods. Earthquake can cause buildings, roads, and things to move or break. Here is what you should do during an earthquake. Drop, cover, and hold. When you feel the shaking, drop down to the ground. Take cover under something sturdy like a table and hold on until the shaking stops. This protects you from falling objects. Stay indoors. If you're inside when the earthquake happens, stay there. Don't run outside because falling debris can be dangerous. Stay away from windows. Avoid standing near windows, glass, or anything that can break during the quake. If you are driving, pull over to a safe spot away from buildings, trees, and wires. Stay in your vehicle with your seatbelt on until the shaking stops. After the earthquake, check for injuries. After the shaking stops, check yourself and others for injuries. Help anyone who needs first aid. Check for gas leaks. If you smell gas, turn off the gas if you can do it safely, then leave your home. Listen to news. Use a battery-powered radio to get updates and information about what's happening and where to go for help. Be cautious of aftershocks. Sometimes smaller shakes follow the main earthquake, so stay alert and be ready for more shaking. Earthquakes can happen without warning, so being prepared is essential. Knowing what to do during and after an earthquake can keep you and your family safe in this type of emergency. Power outage can happen for many reasons, like a storm or an issue with power lines. Here's how you can cope with power outages with simple steps to follow during and after the situation. During a power outage, use flashlights. Keep flashlights handy and use them for lighting instead of candles, which can be a fire hazard. Candles should only be used as a last resort. Keep your fridge closed. Your refrigerator can keep food safe for a while if you don't open it too often. Only open it when necessary and avoid keeping the door open for extended periods. Unplug electronics. To prevent damage from power surges when the electricity comes back on, unplug your electronic devices and appliances. Charge devices and conserve battery. Charge your essential devices like smartphones while the power is still on. Conserve battery life by using them sparingly and switch to power saving mode. Report the outage. Contact your local power company to report the outage. They can provide you with information on the situation and estimate restoration time. After a power outage, check appliance and reset devices. Before plugging your electronics back in, make sure there are no visible signs of damage or unusual odors. If everything seems fine, you can reconnect them. Inspect food. Check the temperature of your fridge and freezer. If food in the freezer has ice crystals and the temperature in the refrigerator is 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius or lower, your food should be safe. Discard perishable items if you're unsure. Stock up on supplies. Use this opportunity to restock any supplies you used during the outage, like candles, flashlight batteries, and non-perishable foods. Power outage can be a temporary inconvenience, but with preparation and knowing what to do, you can make the situation more manageable and ensure the safety and well-being of you and your family. Fire emergencies can happen suddenly. Fire safety is all about taking steps to prevent fires and knowing what to do during and after a fire. Here are some essential actions to take. During a fire emergency, alert others. If you discover a fire, alert everyone around you immediately. Shout, scream, or use a fire alarm if available to make sure everyone knows about the danger. Stay low. Smoke rises and it's full of harmful gases. To breathe cleaner air, get down close to the floor and claw to safety. Cover your nose and mouth with a cloth to filter the air if you can. Feel the door. Before opening any door, check if it's hot. If it is, don't open it, as the fire might be on the other side. Find an alternate escape route. Stop, drop, and roll. If your clothing catches fire, don't run. Instead, stop moving, drop to the ground, and roll over to smother the flames. This helps extinguish the fire on your clothes. Use fire extinguishers. If a small fire starts and you know how to use a fire extinguisher, go ahead and use it. Remember the pass method. Pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the handle, and sweep from side to side. After a fire emergency, call for help. Even if you manage to put the fire out or escape, call the fire department to ensure the area is safe and prevent possible rekindling of the fire. Check for injuries. Attend to any injuries you or others might have sustained during the fire. Seek medical attention as needed. Document the damage. Take photos and document the fire's aftermath for insurance purpose. Do not re-enter premises. Avoid going back into a building until it's deemed safe by firefighters or authorities. Seek support. Fire can be traumatic. Reach out to friends, family, or professionals if you're struggling emotionally or need help with recovery. Fire safety is not just about knowing what to do, but also about preventing fires in the first place. Ensure you have working smoke alarms, keep flammable items away from heat sources, and have an evacuation plan in place for your home or workplace. Being prepared can make a significant difference in a fire emergency. A home invasion is a frightening situation where someone unlawfully enters your home with the intention to commit a crime. It's essential to be prepared for this unlikely but potentially dangerous scenario to protect yourself and your loved ones. Here's what you should do during and after a home invasion. Stay out of sight. If you become aware of an intruder in your home, your first priority should be to stay out of sight. Find a safe, concealed location where you can't be seen easily. The key is to remain as inconspicuous as possible. Hide if possible. If there's no way to escape your home, your next best option is to hide. Find a room with a lock or barricade yourself in a safe space. Turn off lights, silence your phone, and avoid making noises. Do not confront the intruder. Confronting an intruder is very risky. Your goal is to protect yourself and your family, not to apprehend the intruder. Avoid any direct contact and do not try to be a hero. Call for help. As soon as it's safe, call 911 or your local emergency number to report the intrusion. Provide your location and details about the intruder. And stay hidden until the police arrive and confirm that it's safe. Stay hidden. The intruder may still be in the vicinity. Document details. If you can do so safely, try to remember details about the intruder's appearance, clothing, or any unique characteristics. This information can be crucial for the police investigation. Reinforce security. After the incident, evaluate your home's security and take steps to improve it. This may include adding security cameras, stronger locks, or an alarm system. Remember that your safety and the safety of your loved ones should always be the top priority during a home invasion. Being prepared and knowing what to do can make a significant difference in how you handle such a frightening situation. Stay safe and well prepared, and we will see you in the next lesson on how to spot scam.